So over the last couple weeks, we got a ton of information of the next major update coming to Gray Zone Warfare, and I expect we should get some more information very soon. But in this video, it will have everything we currently know coming to the next major update in Gray Zone Warfare. Now remember, with this update, there will be a complete wipe because they are changing the economy system, and I'll explain that all in the video. Let's dive into everything we currently know coming in update 0.2. So the first thing we'll talk about is night ops, because that is one of the biggest focal points of this update. Not only are you gonna have to worry about those PMCs out there, but the AI are going to act a little bit different. So when update 0.2 does drop, you should see some significant changes to that AI and the way they aim, they move, they interact with you. Now, night vision, as you guys are seeing here, is something that's gonna be part of night ops. They did mention there are 3 types of night vision that you guys can get. This is actually one of them right here. Now, depending how much lighting you have, you might need to use a flashlight, and flashlights have been something a lot of players have asked for, even prior to night ops, because if you guys remember, we used to storm those bunkers, and sometimes it got very dark in there and you couldn't see what was around the corner, and a flashlight could have helped you, right? Well, they are adding that, so that is an attachment that you will be able to use in the next update. Weapons will now have attachable lasers that you can add, which is actually a great way to take down enemies in night operations. There's also tracer rounds coming. They are expanding the weapon pool with 6 new guns, the iconic 1911, the versatile MP5, which you're seeing right here, and 4 new AKs, including the AK-12, the AK-15, AK-19, and the AK-308, plus the classic AKS-74U. And along with these 6 new weapons, they're also rebalancing ammo types to ensure every weapon is viable in Gray Zone Warfare. Now, they did say they are going to be adding stash cases that you can store weapons in, gear in, and other high value items, because yes, they are adding high value items in different locations on the map. And they did say that they do want players to explore areas they typically wouldn't. In the next update, they're adding high value loot, and this is going to help tremendously as they are wiping all characters in the next update, because they are rebalancing the economy system. So finding these items are going to help you gear up a lot faster than other players who might just avoid them. So be on the lookout for high value items coming in update 0.2. Now, a big change to the missions are key spawn locations. As you guys know, currently key spawns randomly spawn on dead AI bodies, but now they're gonna be placed in locations that make a lot more sense. So be on the lookout inside buildings, on laptops, on desks, where you most likely would find a key laying around that can help you progress in your quest going forward. Looting has been improved tremendously and is going to allow you to directly loot backpack, rigs, and containers from the ground. Now, this is gonna reduce the time spent searching through those inventory screens while quickly allowing you to gather the essential gear and resources during the heat of battle, keeping the action fluid and minimizing downtime in-game. Another major change coming is to inspecting injured teammates and accessing their loot. So if a player is in a coma state, you can borrow some of their medical supplies to actually heal them. Prior to this, you weren't able to do that, and if you didn't have any medical supplies, you were just out of luck. Now, faction patches are on their way in this update, allowing you to better identify your teammates and hopefully cutting down on the team killing going on in those PvP intense battles. So a nice quality of life change coming in the next update. Helicopter mechanics have been overhauled to streamline your travel experience across Lemang Island. Little birds now spawn and despawn closer to the map's edge, reducing the time you spend waiting for transport. Helicopters now start their journey from off-map locations to the closest LZ, which is going to save you a tremendous amount of time. And on top of all that, they optimize their flight paths to cut down the time from point A to point B to keep you in the game longer and less in the sky. You guys know how loud these helis can be. Just take a listen. And I know you can barely hear me, but the devs have been listening, and listen to what Corey had to say during the dev live stream.
Modern problems require modern solutions, and you are wearing an active headset. So when the chopper comes up, you can now just turn off your active headset. Now it's just wearing earmuffs. You can still communicate with your team, but it greatly reduces the sound.
You should know that most of the buildings will have lights on in the buildings, but the good thing is there is going to be a feature for you to turn off the lights of those buildings before you storm them. And you'll see these breaker boxes on the side of the building that you can interact with and shut off the power. They updated the health and death screen, now displays bullet trajectories, showing you exactly where the shots hit you and the path that they traveled. Not only that, when you're looting bodies, you can see how that person ended up getting killed and where they were shot when they did get killed. Task and Gray Zone Warfare are getting a revamp with new additions and storyline tweaks. Essentially, items may now be relocated, and with the introduction of nighttime play, you can choose to tackle tasks under the cover of darkness for an added challenge. They're also introducing 20 new tasks. Some are specifically designed for night, allowing you to explore different aspects of the game and adapt your approach based on the time of day. New emotes are being added to allow you to communicate with your teammates better, and a faction chat system for the first time is coming to Gray Zone Warfare. So now planning those faction raids are gonna go a lot smoother and should be a lot easier to coordinate. Also, reporting players has gotten a lot easier as there will be an in-game reporting system for team killers, cheaters, or anyone who is not following the code of conduct in Gray Zone Warfare. With more loot, many of you may ask, well, where am I going to store all this? Well, as you progress and complete more tasks, you'll have the chance to expand your locker capacity, allowing you to store more loot and gear. This upgrade helps stay organized and makes each return to the base more rewarding. Now, one thing they did want to mention that if you do have the support edition, they don't plan to exceed the storage space provided in that edition. So if you have a tactical edition, well, you'll get 10 plus lines at rank 30. And then obviously if you have the base edition, you'll get at 20, you'll get 10 lines. And then at rank 30, you'll get the other 10 lines. And for the first time ever, you'll be able to pick up weapons that do not have a magazine and use that final bullet in the chamber. So every bullet matters in Gray Zone Warfare. Now, they did release a roadmap and they plan on having a major update every 6 months, starting off with update 0.2 Night Ops, which is scheduled to come out in fall of 2024. So we should see this pretty soon. Now, there's an update every 6 months after that, all the way to update 1.0 Ground Zero, which isn't expected till 2027. So they do have a roadmap almost 2 years out. So they have confidence that this game will continue to succeed and hopefully keep bringing players back during every update. Now, I really want to keep our focus on update 0.2 Night Ops because I think this is what's going to bring back a lot of players. I feel like the quality of life changes has me hyped, has other players hyped. And not only that, Night Ops in general, if they do it right, should be a very fun experience. And I can't wait to dive into this one. So guys, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna wrap up the video. I wanna know, are you excited for everything I mentioned that is coming in update 0.2, and what do you guys think about Night Ops and all the quality of life changes? I think it's a W in my book, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, Nothing But Skills is out.